Are you going with Wallman and Sider paired together
Yeah,
tonight?
Just a little different look. Again, probably more on the way Wallman's been playing. Going to give Wallman a look on the power play too. So increased role. It happens with quality play. We'll see how he handles it.
I haven't seen this Ottawa team pretty recently. What stood out from that first game, and what's your
Easy offense. It felt almost like Buffalo the other day. We only give up 4 grade A slot chances, but they're of in the meeting today, Booth called it of gross quality. And same thing with Ottawa. Easy on the power play, a shorty. Too talented, too good to give easy offense. It'll be our goal again tonight not to do that.
Do you put more emphasis on these divisional games, just knowing how big the 2 points is?
No, probably not. I just think where we're at right now, it's about our game, getting our game in order, playing to the best of our ability. Again, I know I've talked in the past. And I'm not going to use the word perfect in order for us to win, but we have to be clean. And, look no further in the last game. Again, analytically, underlying numbers, we outdid Buffalo in every category, except we handed them easy offense to high-end talent. So it's about our game in any of these matchups.
When you look at that Ottawa team, just what is a player like? Obviously, he's playing the ice, but what is it bringing a guy like Giroux into that team? Like, from your experience and seeing around, what does that do to a team that's trying to take the next step like they are?
Yeah, I think it's probably like DP for us, David Perron for us. He's been there, done that, wants to win, hungry to win. It's just the veteran experience. It goes a long ways. I'm still young in this league. Those guys are just so valuable.
You talked about wanting consistency on the defensive end of the team. What's it going to take for you to finally be like, all right, this is where we're at, happy with what I'm seeing consistency-wise?
The egregious mistakes. Like, again, I think for a whole on the season, we've been committed to playing good defense. These high-end teams, the Ottawas, the Buffaloes, Pittsburgh, teams we faced of late, they're going to get theirs, but we want to make them earn it. And I just think, even the other game, it's just we didn't give up a ton, but it's how we gave it up. So I think that's the step we want to take in our defense.
How much of an emphasis on starts is there for you and your team, and in what ways do you emphasize that?
We talk about it all the time. It's a good question now because we're coming off 2 games where we got down 4-0, 1-0, but again, I mentioned yesterday, I want to be careful. We outchanced Buffalo. We took a bad penalty. We outchanced Pittsburgh, but we're down 4-0. So there's a point of emphasis, of course, on starting. Just analytically, the team that scores first wins majority of the games. But yeah, of course, we want to start. We've had ups and downs in that. Go before the break, good start in Washington, get a point, good start, come out 2-2 versus Tampa en route to winning. So yeah, of course.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Less IPAs.
Oh, come on.
I used to be at Miller Lite only about 5 years ago, and then someone introduced these IPAs to me. My wife kind of walked me through the underlying analytics of IPAs. And I'm like, ooh, it's starting to make sense.
Do you have a favorite that you found since being in Detroit?
Well, the all-day IPA,
Yep.
but yeah, it's a weakness of mine.
So back to Miller Lights.
Miller Lights only, the quality of life would improve greatly.
playing to the local crowd there with the all-day choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the IPAs found me more than me finding them.
So
Give
there's
the
some
drink
in the
less.
fridge for New Year's tonight after the game.
Not touching them. Maybe the last one. 11:58. One more IPA.
It's good to see Bertuzzi out there. Was that the
Great.
first time?
Yeah. Great to see him, and he looked fine. Obviously, can't shoot it with authority, but I think there's definitely an emotional lift. Fabry, Zadina, Bert out there. It's one thing to be going through a rehab process in the locker room. It's another thing to be out there in the skates. So, again, knock on wood, we've been here in the past hoping to get these players back. We've been unable to get there to stay healthy, but we get through tonight, we could have some bodies for Wednesday, and I think Bert and Zadina are a similar time frame, maybe that 8 to 10 day range potentially.
What have you
Like
seen?
Hellberg,
Hellberg's starting tonight. Villy's unavailable for us. He's still battling some illness, but we hope to have him on Wednesday.
what were kind of the considerations that, I mean, at this point, Nedeljkovic hasn't played in, I think, 3 weeks.
Probably that was a big part of it. Hellberg's got some rhythm with this game. Obviously, it was great in Pittsburgh. Probably the reason why we won. Buffalo's a tough read. Again, didn't face a lot, but he faced quality. So he'll be in tonight, and he'll give us a chance.
It seems like his personality is almost the only reason he could have the success he's had with his Seattle, Ottawa here. Like, it seems like his personality seems to be the only reason he could have that success, right? Like, just like.
Well, yeah, I think you got to be able to play in this league and stop the puck. But he does bring a personality, energy, positive. I mean, go to that Minnesota game, and it's a little thing, but we were down 2-0, not playing very well, and we had a really good power play. Next time he comes out, and he's just comes back energy, great power play. Let's get road. Then we got back in the game. So, yeah, I think there's something to that.
When he comes in and you're talking to a guy, I mean, it's something where he can see the map. There's 3 goalies. He has no idea how this is going to go.
It's a tough situation on everyone, and just unique. There's no playbook on it. How to manage it, a lot of credit probably to Alex Westland and managing it. I mean, something as simple as who takes the majority of practice net, let alone who's actually backing up and playing. So something like that, we try to communicate, and we'll continue to do that as long as we carry 3.
With Alex, just his role managing that and your goalies in general, just when you look at his season as a goalie coach, I'm curious how you.
I like it so far. When I look at a goalie coach, I want obviously the top of the profession technically, which most guys are in the National Hockey League. But I want a good communicator. But I also want someone that's part of our process as a staff. I want feedback with drills and what we're doing structurally and stuff like that. And he brings all those things. So far, really good. My read on Alex Westland.
Has there been any discussion about possibly sending Nedeljkovic for a conditioning stint? considering how long he's been-
We haven't talked about any of that. Just day by day, we've got the 3. We literally, I know I've talked about it here, we evaluate our goalie situation post-game. We'll do the same tonight. So no, we have not discussed that. I mean, I think everything's on the table. We're going to need that roster spot sometime. We're just, we have literally 4 guys potentially coming back in the next couple weeks. So something will probably shake down, but that's something we'll continue to evaluate.